Hello everyone, it is June 27th. This is actually my second video today. I'm in the process of uploading my Underglaze pencil video, and so look for that one. And now I'm going to do some more underglazing, which I think I prefer underglazes more than the Underglaze pencils. Just not enough colors in the Underglaze pencils, you know, to satisfy me. You know, I like a lot of colors and stuff, and I don't know. Now I've got all these Underglaze pencils I bought, but I use them for something, I guess. But anyway, so I'm going to do, go back to my Underglazes, and I've got another one of these plates, and I'm just going to make a little pond, a little fish pond, which I think will be fun. So I kind of wet sanded it a little bit, try to get it smooth. As I was mentioning in one of my other videos, when you're trimming, if you're this is B Mix 5 with grog. If you are using, you know, Underglaze pencils especially, but really if you're using Underglazes too, it's nice really to use it without the grog. It's just more smooth and everything. But you can kind of get away from that by, when you're trimming it, just use a rubber rib and press with a rubber rib when you're trimming it, and push all that grog back down in there. Like I said, this is kind of a test plate. I don't know if you can see, but it's kind of rough. I'll probably just keep these, use them here at the house. But so yeah, so it's nice. Underglazes and Underglaze pencils are really nice. I like porcelain or a B Mix 5 without grog, or really any white glaze without grog. But let me lower you down here. Hopefully you can see there well enough. There we go. I've got my Underglaze. This is how I keep my Underglazes. This stays pretty damp. I want them to dry out a little bit, because when they dry out, they're stronger. The pigment is more concentrated. So I do like them to be dried out a little bit. And I sprayed these. I was kind of bad. I left these open for like a week. I started glazing, and then I got sick. And I've been sick for a couple weeks, and just never came back to them. So I just kept spraying them with my spray bottle. So they're a little crusty around the edges, but that's all right. When I close it up, I'll spray them again a little bit. And when I close them up, the crusties around the side will kind of become moist, and that, you know, they'll be fine. So I'm gonna actually make sure you're clean. Like I wet sanded this a little bit, and then just make sure that you get the dust off. Some people, you know, when they get them out of the glaze kiln, there's patches of glaze missing, and you're not really sure if it's crawling or something, you know, and something's wrong with the glaze, or the glaze fit with the clay. But it could be just that there's dust on your piece, and the dust is making the glaze not adhere. Now this is turquoise, and I believe this is actually Speedball. Mostly I use Amaco Velvets. They really are nice to work with. I've never had them really stick to the kiln shelf, but I have had the Speedball. I think the Speedballs have some flux in them. A little bit of flux, which helps them, you know, get applied better, but I don't know, I'm gonna stir up this white a little bit. Yeah, I haven't done any videos because I had such a sore throat and cough and geez, really congested, and I don't know, like I said, I thought I had COVID, but I took the test twice at home. Of course, it's a home test. It came back negative, but I don't know. I guess it's going around again. So I think that's pretty dark there. That blue back there is kind of crusty. Ooh. Let's clean that off. Okay. Now we're gonna do. Usually I don't put all these brushes in here like this, but when I had them in here because when I do a lot of glazing in one day, I don't feel like washing out the brush between every single time I use it. Add a little bit of water to that just because I want it kind of faded. These are going to be pebbles around the pond. You can hear my dog Ernie walking around. He was sleeping during the last video. This brush isn't a very good brush. I think there's... I don't like that brush. Sometimes I get the particles down in the center. I know there's a way to get them out of there, but let's try this one. Oh, this one looks much better. There we go. So I'm going to put these rocks in here kind of random. And sometimes it helps to put them in there random because my brain wants to line them up. Sometimes it's really hard to make them random. So by putting them in there different places, it forces me to put them in there random. Hope everybody's doing well. See, look, I'm lining them up there. Where's he whining at now? Archie was whining the whole video the last time. He wanted to go outside. We let him out in the front. Then he wants to go out in the back. I think he thinks the backyard's like a whole nother world. He's kind of, well, like I said in the last video, he's kind of a diva. I swear, I think when I do a video, he he just wants to whine for some reason. I don't know. I love him to death, but he's a pain in the hiney. So I really don't want these rocks all to be the same color either. So parts of this is watered down, parts of it's not. I think I'm going to go over. Where's he at, Chris? My son Christopher. He's the babysitter when I'm. Now he wants to go at the front. Daddy's on his way home, so don't. Keep an eye on him, Chris. He's back out. Huh? Yeah, he knows I'm doing a video. He just wants to bug me. Just wants to bug me. Sometimes I think they're too smart for their own good. So with underglazes, you know, you can layer these and they will cover the one below it. You know, unless you're putting white over black, it might not. But for the most part, they cover the one that's underneath of it. And they don't run. They're very stable glazes. Now, if you do layer them, and you only put a couple, maybe one layer on, like when I do my flowers and I do all different colors, some of them will burn out because I don't, oh gosh, because some of them, wait a minute, I just stepped in something. Well, it appears one of my dogs may have peed on the floor. I just put my foot in it. Oh well, you know. That's Ernie. He's the one who's 15 and a half and he's not doing too good. Okay. Never a dull moment when you're trying to do a video. At least not in this house. Good Lord. Okay, so I don't remember even where it was. But you can layer these and you can mix them like watercolors. And look at him, now he's at the back door. My son just let him out the front door, now he's at the back door. Did the same thing in the last video. This is Archie, the diva. Am I allowed to throw something at him? Let's see. That wouldn't be good, but Oh, we've got 3 dogs, and they're all seniors. Ernie, our Yorkie, is 15 and a half, and he's really struggling. And then there's Archie, which is his son, who is the diva, who's at the back door. No, you're not going out. No. And then we have Sophie. She's a Brittany. She's a bird dog. She's a good girl, but she's 12. So all our dogs are getting up there in ages. Can I throw something at him? I'm going to throw something at him. Oh, 1 and 2. Oh, that wasn't very good. You missed it. I threw a sponge at him. And I didn't even... Don't no hate mail. I love my dogs. You know I do. But, okay. They really get aggravating. Especially him. Like I said, he's a handful. Okay. I'm going to go over these just a little bit because I don't want them all to be the same color. Yeah, I threw a sponge at him. There he goes. He's going away. Goodness sakes. Alright, so this doesn't look like much here, but I want these rocks to be, I don't want them all to be the same color, so I've kind of added some white to them. And then the water leaves like a whitish film over them, and that will burn off, and they'll all look like little pebbles. So, I think that's good there. Let's see, wipe that off so you can see that. And I'm going to put some grass up along the side. let's see, there we go. There we go. Put a little, some of that grass I'm going to put down here along the edge. There we go. I don't know if you can see that. Since this is such a shallow bowl, it doesn't, you're really not going to be able to see the grasses won't be very tall. But it's always loved to do fish in a bowl, and I don't know, it's kind of fun. I haven't made any bird baths in a while, so I want to make some bird baths. Those are always fun to make, kind of like this, and then put fishy in the bottom. I think I'll do a little lily pad here. I'm going to add a little bit of this chartreuse. This is an Amaco Velvet Underglaze. And then I think I'll add a little bit of white to it, just to there we go. So I will put a little bit of dark brown down the center. And there we go, that doesn't look too bad. Then I'll put my fishy in there. Let's see here. I'll use this bright orange for that so they show up well. Some little goldfish swimming around. I don't know if you saw the video. I did a video, I guess it was a reel. I'm trying to learn how to do reels on Instagram, because they say they draw people to your page. So, I don't have very many followers. So I thought I'd do a couple of reels, and I'd have one of my my fish pond out there. So put a little fishy in here. You can kind of see the blue through here because my orange is a little translucent because I sprayed some water on the top. I think I'll actually add a little bit of some yellows. Maybe the goldfish I have in my pond have some white on them. So let's add some white. Make them a little more interesting. Let's see here. There we go. I think I'll outline those with black. Give a couple. There we go. Yeah, so the nice thing about Underglaze is you can just mix all the colors just like they were acrylic or watercolor. And that's what I really like about them. Plus, you pretty much see what you see is what you get. There's not a whole lot of surprises in the kiln when you're not a whole lot of surprises in the kiln when you're glazing them. It's so frustrating when you use regular glazes and then they never come out like you expect them to. There we go. I think that's okay. So that's how it looks before I do the underliner. So now we're going to do the underliner. That's the fun part. And I use the Xiem number 20 tip, the Xiem Applicator. I leave this in here all the time. This is Amaco Velvet Jet Black Underglaze. And I add a little bit of water to it because you want it watered down just a little bit. If it drips out when you hold it this way, you've added too much water. But if it keeps clogging up, you haven't added enough water. So I'm going to move this sponge over here because then I can clean off my tip and kind of test it. Looks like it's working pretty good. When I store it upside down. So the underglaze and the tip always stays moist. So, okay, so I'm going to go, let's move you a little bit closer here. Well, maybe not. Hold still. Sorry about that. There we go. Okay. So when you're using this applicator tip, you always want to pull it this way. If you're pushing it this way, it's going to fill it with underglaze. Because I do not fire mine in between. Now you can. I could fire this again, and then it would be nice and hard, and it would actually be a lot easier to put the applicator, use the applicator with the underglaze on it. But that, you know, that's a whole nother firing, which costs more money. Plus, you know, you'd have to wait till you get a whole kiln again, you know, in between each layer, which is kind of a pain. So I try to not do that. And I just kind of sketch it. I don't try to make perfect circles. These are obviously loose drawings, and that's the way I like it. I don't like to sketch mine out first. Kind of takes the fun out of it. I know ahead of time pretty much how I'm going to draw it, but, and of course if you know me, you know I draw quite a few of these little ponds. They're probably my favorite design. I don't know, I've always loved fish. I have an aquarium in my house full of tropical fish. Then I have a pond out back, like I said earlier, with some decorative goldfish. And I like to go out there and just watch them in the morning. I feed them, usually I feed them some bread or some cereal. And I can watch them all come to the surface. I tried to do a good video of them, but there was such a glare on the water. I don't know, I don't think it turned out very good. So we'll try and do another one. But I love sitting back there and just watching them swim around. There's something so relaxing about that. So now I'm going to do the little grass. This is probably going to be kind of hard for you to see. make some tall ones and some short ones and some that lean over, and try not to make them all standing straight up and all the same size, and then they're not as interesting. Sometimes it's hard for me to do that. I'm really not one of these people who, I don't know, that this comes naturally to. I don't think. I have to kind of think about it, I guess, and remember to make them all different sizes, different shapes, especially when I'm talking and doing a video. It's hard for my brain to do two things at one time. I really do like the Amaco Velvet Underglazes. They're probably my favorite. I think they seem more concentrated to me also. But like I said, it helps when I put them in here. I leave them sit out. I don't know if any of you are familiar with Amaco's semi-moist underglazes. Those are very expensive. You can just buy these, let them, you know, sit out for a couple days, and they'll dry out enough and they become semi-moist. And then, you know, you've got stronger pigments and they don't burn out as easy. Can't believe it's already the end of June. 4th of July is next weekend. We always have a big party with my family. My brother lives out in the country, and we take our golf cart up there and ride around, and my brothers blow up stuff because, you know, that's what boys do. I always feel sorry for the animals who get scared to death. My dogs will be hiding under the bed. Fourth of July is hard on the animals, which is kind of sad, but alright, we're almost done with this grass. So as soon as this is done, when it's dry, I'll probably wait an hour or so, and I will go ahead and add the clear. I use this is what I use. I've mixed up my own 2167, which I've had good luck with. It's on, I think it's glazy.org. Jessica Putnam Phillips also uses it. So I've had some good luck with that. It just kind of depends on where you know, when you're ordering the minerals that go in it, you know, where they're coming from. They're always, sometimes they can be a little different. So I've had some difficulty with it clouding lately. So I went and got myself some more of that. The Amaco HF9 Zinc-Free Clear is definitely my favorite. It rarely, I can't remember with it ever getting cloudy on me. Okay, so now I'm just putting some dots in here. Like little baby pebbles. And I will probably since I don't have much here to glaze, I'll probably take this to maybe Dunham where at work. I don't know. Although I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I haven't been doing a lot of pottery here at the house. I don't know. I've been, like I said, I've been sick off and on. I don't know what's going on, but so anyway, and then I've been working a lot teaching down at the Dunham Recreation Center. So I've been busy down there, and my last class is this Thursday. Our new session starts August 1st, or the first week of August. So I'm probably going to take the month of July off, and then I'll be able to do more here at home. It's hard to do this detailed stuff there because I'm trying to teach at the same time. There we go. So now, and add a few more on the base here. Not too many though. Just kind of adds some interest, I guess. And then if it gets clogged, I just kind of squeeze it out on the napkin I have next to me, the paper towel. Can you see my sponge? I gotta use one of these sponges here to wipe the tip off too. That really helps. I think that looks good. Okay, now do a little fishy. They're such happy little fish, just swimming around. There's no big fish to eat them. There you go, that's it. I will put something on the bottom, but, well, maybe I won't on this one. I don't know. But there it is. So like I said, I will let this dry for about an hour, I guess. And then I'll put a clear on it. And I will fire it to cone 5. And I may do a 10-minute hold, but that's it. There you go. Thank you so much for watching. And I think I'm going to do, the next is, move you back up here. There we go. You can see it's getting dark outside. Sorry about this. There we go. Thought this would be easier, this tripod, but I don't know. So yeah, so my next one is probably going to be a throwing one. I'm going to do another throwing one. And I know you guys have been asking for a hand building one, so I'm going to do some hand building ones too. Now that I got my table cleaned back up. It took me a couple hours to clean my table up. So anyway, that is it for today. I hope you enjoyed watching me paint this. And if you like this channel and you like what you see, please hit subscribe. It helps me with the way my videos come up into the, I don't know, the algorithms and all that stuff. I don't really know, but that's what they say. So anyway, if you would mind hitting subscribe and share, that would be great. If not, you know, whatever. Have a great day. Thanks for watching.